the entire series after the fact that he gets his 10 assists, he got his 10 rebounds.
But see,
let me go out there and do me. Because when OKC was down, they weren't down 10, they were down 2, so he contributed to them losing their leads also.
But bro, if I sit down for 2 minutes and you lose a 10-point lead in 2 minutes of basketball play,
also because of the way he did substitute. Instead of leaving Oladipo out there, he would leave who was the backup point guard last year?
Ponder or something like that.
I don't know.
But look, I just think the Rockets series was just a bad matchup for OKC. They literally did not have the guys to beat the Rockets.
I don't think they have the guys to beat like any of those like real teams.
Now.
Not now. I'm talking about like in terms of last season.
Oh yeah. You know.
Like, I don't think they can beat the Clippers in the 7 games.
But I think part of that was because of the fact that Russell Westbrook doesn't make everyone.
No, I just think they just did not have the guys.
I think he had a great year last year. It was a phenomenal year, but I think that I think that all of those numbers were inflated by the fact that he literally had the ball in his hands for like damn near 50% of the time.
I think Harden's numbers were inflated as well.
I disagree with that.
He had the ball in his hands a lot.
But that was one of the greatest shooting teams of all time.
Harden will always get you 28. No matter what happens, Harden will always get you 28 points. Whether or not like he goes up from 7 assists to 11 assists, that might be dependent on offense, sure. But Harden will always get you his 28.
Getting you 30.
Yeah, what you mean?
Like
he had KD there.
I'm talking in terms of like Harden's numbers being inflated. Like Harden will always get you 28. So
basically, what he's saying is like regardless, Harden's gonna always score. Only thing you really looking at is the assist numbers. I get what you mean.
Whatever you're doing, Harden's always gonna get his 28.
I mean, whatever you're doing,
Russ wasn't getting his 30 all the time. We're playing with KD. Obviously,
that's not exactly true because when KD went out, Russ was leading the league in scoring. When KD was hurt for that year.
That's true.
So when KD was the main when Russ was the main option, he would get you 26, 27, 28 points a night.
Right. Okay, I'll give you that. But I'm just saying, like, in terms of Harden's being inflated, I don't think they're inflated as much as you would think they were. I mean, just like by assist totals and like maybe a couple extra rebounds here and there. Like he would always be a 28, 7, 6 guy. So him turning to like a 29, 11, and 8 guy like last season, like.
I mean that's 4 or 5 more.
Like that's an example of inflation.
Right? Yeah, like that. Like, come on, that's like 5 more.
Well, no, I don't. Well, I disagree with that because he's always had the ball in his hands. He's always had the ball in his hands the majority of the time. He was playing with a point guard who was not the primary ball handler on the offensive floor. So even if you bring in D'Antoni and you switch up the system a little bit, really the only thing you really did was get rid of Dwight Howard and just give James Harden the keys to the Ferrari.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I agree that those were huge acquisitions, but those were the types of players that you needed to put around him. Okay, but also with Russell Westbrook, he has the ball so much that there's really no other opportunities. Like even when Harden went to the bench,
true.
I disagree with that because
who else can create for anybody?
But who else can? But this is my thing with Russ. He wasn't creating other opportunities for others.
Who else can?
He was simply creating scoring opportunities at the last second. Not about him literally making other people get open.
And also
that's the difference between him and Harden.
Who is he getting open? Nobody can shoot.
All right,
but you have Victor Oladipo out there who averaged 18 points in Orlando.
He
still
Victor Oladipo is an isolation player. He's not somebody.
And Russell Westbrook basically turned Victor Oladipo into Eric Gordon.
Because you need an Eric Gordon with Russ.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. Not if he's good at getting to the basket. Give him opportunities. Give him the ball. Give him enough possessions.
It doesn't work. Oladipo and Russell is not a good backcourt. It's not a good. Nobody can shoot in backcourts. One person has to be able to shoot, or both of them need to be able to shoot.
So when KD was going to be there, then how was it going to work? Only because KD can shoot?
Yes,
actually, you still had no other shooting on that team.
Look. When KD was there, the thinking is now I have a third scorer. Okay, so even if I send KD to the bench, or if I send the rest of the bench, I got somebody else who also can isolate and go score. Cause they ran ISO the whole game, so I also got somebody else who can ISO and go score.
But then that's the thing though. Like when people like talk about like a Russ or like a Steph Curry debate, the thing that like to me honestly like puts Steph
he's
way
better.
Way over ahead.
He's better.
Like in his, I mean, like, well, not way ahead, but like to where the debate's not even close.
Yeah.
What's Russell Westbrook gonna do without the ball? So like,
this is true.
So like, for instance, like Steph Curry is like really good at like coming off picks. You know, he's willing to like not be able to be that guy bringing the ball up all the time, and partly because of personnel, but also like if you look at his younger years, also like he wasn't a very ball dominant player. Like he was a solid point guard who would get guys hit guys at the spots they wanted to be, and was able to move and create for himself without having the ball in his hands. I think that's what makes Steph Curry like that much better than Westbrook. So I think, I'm not necessarily like saying like, oh, go set flare screens for like Westbrook or anything like that. But like, I mean, like just like being willingly able to not have the ball in your hand for a couple possessions a game.
Still be effective.
You can still be like effective.
I think this year is the year when we get to see that.
We can judge Russ on that. We can
judge Russ because
no excuses now.
No excuses now.
Two of the best.
He never had excuses.
Yes, he did.
Last year was the only year where he had excuses.
That's not true.
That's true.
But see, I don't agree with that
even
because
when he had KD, he was doing that stuff where he was
Yeah,
throwing games
but-
away.
yeah,
But the problem is Russell Westbrook
wait.
is not he can't shoot. He literally cannot shoot.
But look,
He's like a career 40% shooter. He can't shoot.
It doesn't, bro.
And he's also
you
a
can run
horrendous decision maker. He gets like 5 turnovers a game. He takes really bad shots.
I mean, but when you had a ball that much, you're gonna get fouled. I mean, Harden gets hella turnovers.
You don't have to have.
Harden led the league.
Yes, but
Harden
Harden get those turnovers from dishing out assists, not from just making boneheaded plays.
Still, that's
If
decision
we're talking
making.
about game-to-game boneheaded plays, Russell Westbrook probably averages 5 to 6 boneheaded plays a game. James Harden maybe 2 or 3.
In crunch time, when there was up 3-1 to the Warriors,
Everybody messed up. Because KD took a lot of bad shots.
Including KD. But
And Billy Donovan's rotation did some bad. Like that was on everybody. For instance, even like the shot when they went up, KD came down on Iggy, took a horrible shot, laid back on defense, and then Steph hit the 3 to put him up. That was on everyone, not just Russ. Now maybe the last minute. Okay,
because he
but
turned the ball over like 3 straight times.
maybe like the last minute, but when you're up 8 at home in Game 6 in your house, you should not.
Everyone should be held accountable.
Everyone should be held accountable,
including him, though.
Of course.
That's what I say about Chris Paul.
Of course.
That's all I'll be saying about Chris Paul. That's all I'll be saying about Chris Paul. Is everybody should be held accountable, including Chris Paul.
Of course.
But somehow Chris Paul is never held accountable.
That's not true.
Because everybody else on his team, somebody get hurt. Well, you guess what? You go out there and you fucking play to win the game regardless who's on the floor. And if you don't win, you're a fucking loser. Period. But go ahead.
But there's also been like even trending like past that whole series, like there's been like instances where Russell Westbrook would take bad shots. He would be we all know KD's that top guy. Like KD should probably get the last shot of the games. Westbrook would be demanding the ball and not like clear. Like he would basically try to initiate himself as the guy. He had that.
In crunch time last year, he was pretty good.
Really good.
He was really good. Yeah, in crunch time last year.
In terms of total makes, but in terms of,
that's also because his usage rate was extremely high.
And then also,
if you look at what we talking about,
he could have had a high usage rating still like
exactly. So what we talking about?
I understand that.
You nitpicking now?
No, I'm not. I'm not nitpicking.
Nitpicking now.
I'm not. Wait, I'm not nitpicking because at the end of the game, at the end of the day, yes, he was clutching those moments, but in the playoffs, you got to truly see what it was like when a team is able to scout you and play you for a full series and know all your weaknesses and go after them.
What you got
at the end of games, he literally imploded.
What you got to see was there was nobody else on the court who could do anything.
He impled.
There was nobody.
But you also never gave people the opportunity to be able to get into a rhythm. If you have the ball in your hands for 50% of the time.
Literally, Billy Donovan sat there and looked at the camera like, damn, you can't play. Did y'all see the clip?
That's true.
He literally looked and said, damn, you can't play.
I'm not objecting
bro,
to
that's your,
But even with Oladipo, how can he get into a rhythm? Was there another 20-point per game score on the Rockets?
Let me look.
No, there was not. The highest was Eric Gordon, and he was like 16. So don't talk to me about other people. Because Victor Oladipo last year averaged 16 points a game.
Let me look in the series.
So if you can get other people involved on the Rockets enough to the point where they can average all those points, then Russell Westbrook can get others involved.
Let me look in the series.
That's different though, because they don't compliment.
Exactly.
But how would you know when you don't give other people the ball?
It doesn't work. It just fundamentally doesn't work. Go play 2K right. Look. Go play 2K right now and put 2 penetrating guards in your backcourt. Tell me how this gonna work.